It's our off-air pod show. It's our off-air pod show. Jack loves Hubba Bubba. Blah 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 Frampa Joe.
Oh, that's
Hey, how you doing? I'm Liam. This is the Off-Air Podcast. Ben.
Hello there. Just flagging. We're doing this recording from Studio.
I don't like how it sounds.
It's
2.
very echoey.
Sounds very different.
Why?
I don't know why, but it does. So I'm hoping that the levels coming out of the podcast, as in like where the podcast is listening to it from, be it headphones, car speakers, wherever, I'm hoping it sounds okay because it sounds very tinny in my headphones.
And you guys were fine with this studio. I never was.
Bell.
Hello.
Producer Andy.
Present.
Producer Tina.
Hello.
And Producer Jack.
Hello, and possible business?
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Depending if we can get to it.
I'm pretty businessless. Apart from that, we need to get the effing aircon fixed in our office.
28 degrees in there.
It's atrocious.
Is it only 28 degrees? It feels hotter than that.
Well, I mean, think about it. 28 degrees.
28 feels 28.
Think
In a
about
room, yeah.
Yeah, really think about
Yeah.
it.
Dude, I
With
was
the blinds
fine.
down.
Yeah.
I was trying to, you'll hear it on the show today, a skit about Bruno Mars, which I was trying to write, and everyone was having fun, which is great, but I was like, oh my God, it was so hot, and I could hear everyone talking through my headphones while I was trying to listen to the thing, and my head was about to blow off. So I went into the cool down zone and went to the little
Into the crying room.
crying room, it's
Yeah.
called.
Yeah.
And
But that was nice and cool, I thought that
yeah,
room.
it was actually good. I think
got a full
I think
hole
when
in
I
the
write
ceiling,
skits, I
though.
might go into the crying room from now on.
The skip room.
Arguably,
Imagine someone's like
arguably-
going through a divorce or something, they open it like, get out! I'm singing Bruno! I'm writing a skit!
My levels are all over the place. I apologise if the
No, you're right.
podcast
Sorry.
sounds horrible because you were too quiet and now you're too hot.
Well, I did start screaming a lot, very close to the microphone.
Arguably, the outside office, so like everywhere else except for our office, is almost too cold. So the sweet spot is if you stand in the doorway and you rotate like a chicken.
Really hoping for earthquakes. Yeah.
You get a good
a
good core
rotisserie,
temp.
a rotisserie chook.
I've got some business.
Oh, wonderful.
God bless.
Andy.
We didn't flag it at the start.
R.I.P. Kashioke.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Kashioke getting the bullet.
So I think it's different in the podcast how it's gone to air, but essentially at the end of the 16 quiz, question 5 would always be finish these lyrics, and then we loved doing that so much when we were doing the breakfast show that we decided to make it its own game in prime time, 8 a.m. We did karaoke, and then with this new late drive time slot, Liam, you flagged first. You said, "Is it right for late drive?" And then, Andy, you flagged it second,
Yes.
and that was the straw that broke the camel's back, because then I think, Belle, you feel like it. How do you feel about it?
I've never really been into it in the first place. But
So karaoke or the end
I
of the 16th
liked
quiz?
it.
no, karaoke, I was just
Right.
like, yeah. Okay.
It's a good game.
But-
it's fun.
It did,
yeah.
But
I think
I
Andy-
appreciated the play along factor.
Yeah,
but
the
I
way-
wasn't like, yeah, we get to do karaoke.
The way Andy explained it, which I totally agree with, is it felt more breakfasty
Yeah.
than late drive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did a nerdy thing on Friday. I went to get dinner. No.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I went to Coles to buy ingredients for dinner, and on the way there, I took the long way around so I could listen to more of the show
Cute.
to hear how it sounded.
Whatever do you mean, Andy?
Yeah, we'll like.
What are you?
What?
What do you mean?
Well, we hadn't revealed it's pre-recorded,
Oh, yeah.
which is fine.
Friday, see the podcast title now.
I was like,
No,
what are
Andy
you doing?
left.
Andy reveals
Andy left
massive
while we were doing the show.
Yeah,
to
right.
go listen to
Friday
it.
may or may not have been in the can.
It was pre-recorded so that Liam could go to Adelaide to go to a wedding.
We had to come in at 10 a.m. on Friday so Liam could get a flight.
Magic of radio. Anyway,
It's real movie magic.
I left Tina here. I said, Tina, I need to hear the show as it sounds to a listener. Left the studio and drove around for a while. And
We said, Andy, we
come
need
back.
you here."
I said, no, this is very important. I need to hear how karaoke sounds passively. And that's what I did. And as it turns out, not great.
Yeah. So we've decided to we're going to put the bullet in karaoke in the live shows. In like it won't have its own segment now, and it will retract back to being question 5 in
Which
the quiz,
the alpha
which
They
is
want that.
which is
yeah.
the rightful place
That's
for
what the
it.
people
No, I
wanted
think
in
so.
the first place.
I'm a man of the people.
This is a
And
democracy.
to be honest, I also asked questions about the 16 quiz as well, and I know that's crazy,
That's
but
crazy.
I did ask that question.
What
last
question?
week. I was thinking we give 16 quiz and karaoke the bullet. That was my
Crikey.
suggestion last week because
16
less
quiz is
time.
amazing.
I love the 16 quiz.
Yeah, I know, and look, I'm trying to get around it, but that is genuinely how I felt. I reckon 2 out of the 5 were good.
So one
last week.
weekend you're still okay with it? Or if we said today we want to can it?
I'm not like off it, but I just feel like now because this late drive show, you only got 2 hours, and you got to make it all count. you know?
Yeah.
And people are more switched on. The funny thing about 6:10 a.m. was that people were
That's
like,
what I.
"Ugh,"
Oh,
Yeah.
and we get it wrong.
People have sucked.
But then they're not sucking enough.
What? I think they've been pretty bad.
Yeah, we need more suck.
I like it when people
Well,
can't
today's-
name the prime minister.
Yeah,
and that sort of
right.
stuff.
So
Yeah.
today's
Yeah.
has a little bit of that in it. And
Okay.
I'm
Well,
hoping.
I'm like, I'll reserve my judgment.
I like the 16 quiz for a lot of reasons, but I wonder now without karaoke if that will make it sound
Now
like
we've
it
got the
belongs a little bit
the
more,
fun end
so,
on it again.
yeah.
I like that Karaoke was kind of like, if you're comparing it to TV shows, if Breaking Bad was 610 quiz, Karaoke was Better Call Saul. Like it had a breakout,
Right.
but it didn't succeed.
Better Call Saul
did.
Saul.
Better Call Saul.
No.
That was
Awesome.
awesome.
Let me
Yeah, that was
finish.
awesome.
Better Call
Let him
Saul
cook.
succeeded, but Karaoke was trying to break away with its own spin-off. Like, if you can think of a better example of
Yes.
I would say. I would
Yes.
say.
Yes.
failed.
I would
So-
say.
Frasier and
No,
Cheers.
I would say Rugrats.
Disagree.
And
'cause she-
Karaoke was Rugrats all grown up.
I think Frasier was better than Cheers.
Hey?
I reckon Frasier was better than Cheers.
So you think karaoke was better than 16? That you think?
No, he was asking for a.
I'm looking for a failed example.
Yeah.
What about?
failed,
what
sorry,
about-
I thought you were looking for
what
a
failed
about?
spin-off.
What
Oh.
about Game of Thrones and
House of the
Dragon?
that seems more.
I
like
watched-
that's-
Yeah.
But aren't they doing a season 2 of that?
Yeah, I know.
That might get some steam.
I love Game of Thrones, and I watched 2 episodes of House of Dragon. Thought,
Okay, Clueless the movie, and then Clueless the TV show.
What about?
Didn't even know they had a
What about
TV
the
show.
16?
Exactly, a
The
lot of
16
people
quiz is the Fast and Furious, and
Yeah.
karaoke is Hobbs and Shaw.
Oh, Fast Eight.
That's a good
That's
one.
like half of them were cyborgs. It was really,
That's
really
a
weird.
Good one. Hobbs and Shaw. Was that Statham and,
And
The
The
Rock?
Rock.
And
Yeah.
Idris Elba.
Yeah, he was the villain.
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
the
he was the
cyborg.
villain,
And
yeah.
Helen Mirren.
Yeah,
That's what we learned.
How'd they get her?
Guess what?
Futurama spin-off? Am
No.
I imagining that?
No, they just brought it back, didn't they? Futurama.
maybe that.
There was
What
Disenchanted,
about-
which
what
was
about,
a grading show.
Big Bang Theory and Young Sheldon.
no, because
It's going
Young
well.
Sheldon is
Yeah.
a 20 times better show.
How I Met Your Mother and How I Met Your Father. Yeah.
Is that a thing? Yeah, it's on
That
Disney
thing,
Plus.
it
Hilary
stinks.
Duff.
It stinks.
Actual?
Hilary Duff.
It
What
got
about-
cancelled, I think.
What about
It's
High
so
School
bad.
Musical and then the TV show that they did?
Ah, like
High School Musical, the series.
The
Olivia
Olivia
Rodrigo
Rodrigo
one.
one.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, it's High
That
School
was-
Musical, the musical, the
Series,
series.
yeah. That was still vaguely successful, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
well,
Hobbs
Olivia.
and
out of
Shaw
it.
is-
I think we know what we're talking about. So anyway, Hobbs and Shaw is gone from the radio program.
Yeah.
Do we want the 15 best spin-offs?
No, you want the worst.
Yep. Read them out. Read them
I'll
out.
do the worst after I'm looking.
You got the worst. I got the best.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Top 15
Go ahead.
TV.
Can we do it
TV?
Family Feud style so we guess and see if it's on the list?
Is it
or
on the
that too
board?
long?
Yes.
Yeah, you can do it. Is it on the board?
All right, Tina, you first.
Oh,
But annoyingly, it's not a definitive list in front of me. It's 15, and they've all got paragraphs.
I
so
can
I
also
have to scroll.
Yeah, okay.
and I can see Ben's list. So
I also don't. I
then
also
you should
haven't-
get 'em right.
Can I just read the list because I haven't heard a lot of these?
Just go ahead. Go ahead.
So starting from 1, going down to 15.
Hang on. If you want to play a game, you name the spin-off, we name the original show.
Okay, that's a
Oh
fun game.
yeah.
I don't know how to because it says 1, the
I-
Andy Griffiths Show.
Kind of.
Okay.
Oh, that's Andy
Well,
Richter.
that's a rip-off from the book. A spin-off from the book, I think.
Andy Griffiths, who wrote
Yeah.
Just Crazy.
Yeah, because the Just series is about him.
It's clearly-
Guys,
no.
I could do that format while Ben works out his format if you want. If you want
Yeah,
to have
okay.
it.
Yeah.
Okay. This is the
Okay.
worst spin-offs?
Yeah, this is the worst spin-offs. Can you guys name the real show
Original.
behind Beverly Hills Bunts?
Beverly Hills 90210.
No,
Beverly Hills Cop.
I never even heard of the real show.
Oh well,
Hill Street Blues, terrible.
Okay.
One. Here's one. Joey.
Friends.
Friends. Yeah.
Terrible. After MASH.
Mash.
They made a thing called After MASH. The Brady Brides.
Brady Bunch, I'm guessing.
Yep. Joni Loves Chachi.
Happy Days.
Yep. Oh. Baywatch Nights.
Baywatch.
Some of these are easy. Mrs. Columbo.
This is Pac-Man.
Oh, what about this one? The Girl from Uncle.
Uncle.
I know. That's a great film.
The man from Uncle.
Yeah.
The Man
Oh,
from
that-
Uncle.
that's what I was thinking.
Tina's
Sorry.
got it.
It's a spy series from back in the day, remade by Guy Ritchie in 2015.
What about The Finder?
The Keeper.
Nope.
The Looker.
The Seeker.
Found.
I haven't heard of any of these.
No,
Yeah, I
this
know.
is-
Well, they're
Well, they
bad,
are the
man.
worst.
Well, that's
ones,
probably why.
Andy.
We needed some mid-tier
I've
ones.
skimmed my 15. If you want to pivot back to my game,
So these are the best.
these are the best, and I've
this-
skimmed because of my 15, probably like 10 of them I'd never even heard of.
Yeah.
They're like super old.
This should be easier.
So do you want the original and you guess the spin-off, or do you want the spin-off
No,
and
the
you guess the
spin-off
original?
and we guess the original.
Okay, Angel.
Buffy.
Correct.
Nice.
That was good.
You can read. You've already said.
No, I just know that.
Daria.
Is
Daria
this Beavis and Butthead?
Correct,
Yeah.
sir.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Beavis and Butthead's a spin-off of
Yeah.
Daria?
And vice versa.
Here's a good one. Xena, Princess Warrior.
Hercules.
Sorry, Warrior
Oh,
Princess. Hercules.
I
yeah,
knew that
correct.
one. If
With
you're
Kevin
in, New
Sorbo,
Zealand.
big Trump guy.
Yeah.
Fraser.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yep. This one's really good. Double points whoever can get this. I'll be impressed. I feel like I need this the whole time with things in my mouth. Here we go. The Simpsons.
The
The
Tracy
Simpsons.
Ullman Show.
Whoa! He got it.
Hang on,
What?
The Simpsons is a spin-off?
In
The
1980.
characters were in the Tracy Ullman
Yeah,
show.
in 1987, a series of odd but funny animated shorts began airing on the Tracy Ullman Show. 2 years later, the same characters debuted in a half-hour sitcom on
What kind of spin-off we're talking about here, man? Except with the Christmas one, right?
yeah, they did a half-hour sitcom on
No.
Fox and promptly became the most popular thing on planet Earth, The Simpsons.
Hang on,
Look
we
how
need to.
weird
Can
they
we
were
find the
drawn. Look at
original?
they-
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I've seen
Yeah.
them before.
Homer's
Can we
like mouth all
find?
drooped over.
I want to see that original.
You pretty sure you watch it on YouTube.
Yeah,
God
that's
You
bless
do that
cute.
in your own time, Bill.
Okay.
Why you little? It's very like.
Yeah.
It's
I
a
think,
lot of
I think in
strangling.
the newest Simpsons, he doesn't strangle Bart anymore.
No, yeah, I've heard
No,
that
not
too. That was a
allowed
recent
to.
thing. Well, I mean, you shouldn't.
It's
Regardless
pretty
of whether you're
wild
allowed
that
to.
he just strangle his son.
Yeah.
We don't think
The
about
joke
that.
was like, ha, yeah.
That's why.
His
That's why.
dad's like choking
He
him.
gets so angry that he chokes him.
That's why the Stapletons didn't want you watching it, Sarah.
Yeah, I know.
Were you not allowed to watch Simpsons?
No.
Did you have to eat dinner until 6:30 when you can watch Neighbours?
Yeah, we had to turn it off after MASH, unfortunately.
What a fun impromptu game. Liam, do you want to go back to yours?
Yeah, come on.
Have you skimmed?
You can if you want.
Have you
Yeah,
skimmed, though?
Not really, but okay, here we go. Ravenswood.
Oh.
Don't know.
Was it about like Torchwood or something?
Torchwood is
No,
Doctor
Doctor
Who.
Who. Yeah,
Better ask
sorry.
Raven.
Pretty Little Lies.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ah.
Oh, really?
That's a good one.
Also, That's So Raven was a
That's
show.
so Raven.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What about this?
Raven's a psychic.
Apologies.
Yeah.
The Raven heads.
The Blacklist Redemption.
Blacklist.
Yeah.
Great
Stater.
show. Great show. Until it kind of dies at the end.
The Brady Bunch Variety Hour.
Okay. Well.
The Variety Hour.
Some of these are shocking.
Is he correct?
So bad.
Is he correct?
No,
You
the Brady
skimmed.
Bunch.
No,
I
he was
didn't.
very honest about
What about
having skin.
Tabitha?
I don't know,
Tabitha?
it's going.
Cat
Is
dog.
it Sabrina?
Bewitched.
Oh, yeah. My head was there.
Yeah,
My head was there.
yeah.
yeah,
Because that's
yeah.
the cat, isn't it?
Yeah.
These are so bad.
Hang on, it's a show all about the cat.
No.
No, crosswise here, I think.
Crosswise, yeah.
All right, I think,
think this
my
game,
game.
yeah.
I think my game was
Yeah, it
a
sure
bit of a
was.
hit.
It sure was.
Should we vote on which game is better?
Should do a trouble cancel.
Do you have a...
Jack.
Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, no, did you have a point of business? or
No,
did
I
you
liked
have
what happened.
Oh,
We don't have to talk
okay.
about it.
Belle, do you know? Do you have a good weekend?
What'd you do?
That's
I'm
a...
just-
What
Oh,
happened?
just one last one. The Cleveland Show.
Oh, that's
Oh,
that's
Family Guy.
Yeah.
Oh.
American Dad could have been on your list, technically. Actually,
Why
no,
you so?
same universe.
What
Why are you
did-
so worried?
What happened?
What
I'm
did
just
you
asking
do?
if you had a good weekend.
It is a very pointed question.
Yes.
Do you know what I did on the weekend?
What?
Do you know anything that I did on the weekend?
No, why?
Ben, play the game show music. Belle, I hung out on two separate occasions with two people in this room. Do you know who I hung out with?
Why is this happening? I'm guessing Ben and Jack.
Incorrect. Tina and Liam. No, I'm joking.
That got me.
Like, Liam was in Adelaide.
My Saturday night would have been...
Jack said that he had a night he wants to forget.
Yes, he was in all sorts.
Can we not? Because I kind of did forget, if you get my drift.
And then I
happened?
hung out with Ben.
What'd you do with Ben?
Went and watched the footy with the Khyber and Ben's
Oh,
wife.
I mean, you
Sam.
can watch
Wait,
footy
you
with me
brought
too.
Freddie to the footy?
To the pub.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah, that's better.
That's
and,
nice.
and my wife Sam.
Why are you directing this at
My
me?
wife.
Because everyone else knew what I did.
Yeah.
Thought it'd be a
Oh,
fun
okay.
game.
Oh, well, that's nice.
I was trying to come up with my own game. There's,
Can we-
there's big games going.
Can we? Because
I thought you were going to give me shit for my
hilarious.
Insta story.
Can we say what you told me Jack did on Friday night?
I don't think so. It's up to Jack.
Also, I think that
say
might have been
what-
Saturday night.
Could we say it and
Oh
then
yeah,
bleep
yeah,
it?
no, I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
that's.
Yeah.
It's not a bad thing.
I know-
No,
I know what
I know,
you're
yeah, I know.
talking
But the people that... Yeah,
It was.
like,
It was a very
it-
Jackism thing.
It's part
to
of the
do.
Jack canon of your lifestyle.
it's very on me, isn't it?
Which is
And I
yeah.
hate that, and I
Yeah.
want to change it.
So, as I understand it,
And I will be
it
giving
could have
this a big-
changed from person to person as it gets down to me. But on Friday night, obviously, we work late, even though that was pre-recorded.
Yeah, no, we don't.
So you got home from work, you slept for 3 hours, and then woke up, and then gamed all night until 5 a.m.
Oh, I did. Yeah. Oh, so worried.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played Power World from 9 until 4:30.
He woke up at 9 like an owl.
Well, I had
And then
mates, my
game
mates
all
back
night.
in Adelaide at Ambo's, and they're on
What's
nights.
it called?
No, they're on
Power
days
World.
at the moment.
Power
I
World,
think.
dude. It's like Pokemon with guns.
Pokemon with guns, but like a mix between Pokemon, Breath of the Wild, Minecraft, that kind of shit.
Yeah,
That's wild.
Yeah, no, I'm a bit lost in that.
So then you finished at 4 or 5, and then you went to bed?
Yeah,
And then when did you get up?
like 10.
And then you went out Saturday night.
Yeah. But the problem is Ben, I run the server that we play on,
So, you
so
have to be
I
on.
have to have it on for the guys to play.
Oh, how
It's the
convenient.
responsibility.
That's why the
burden falls
hours,
on your
the
shoulders.
hours played on Steam is a very big is misnomer the right term? It's a very big
Yeah.
So then what
misrepresented
happened on
data.
Saturday
Yeah.
night?
Jack and I went and watched the footy.
We watched Crows go down to the Suns.
We went for a few
Suns are
drinks
looking alright.
afterwards.
You know,
And then
Dimmer doing
why?
well with-
What
Liam
happened?
trying to chat footy.
Well, that's clearly what
Oh,
we want.
Right.
We just went had a nice few
Had a
few
few
beers.
Good work.
Cute.
couple of spritzes.
Looked like they ran out a
sounds.
bit of steam towards the end, I thought.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
did notice that with
yeah,
the boys.
well-
yeah,
I think if there was an extra minute in the game, they were going to lose.
yeah. It was a
The
close one,
Suns.
one,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
yeah.
I reckon they were hanging on with their
Well,
fingernails.
I was going hard at the
five
telly.
goals. Crows scored 5 goals late, but just
They
one.
thought they
one.
scored the last, I think, 6 goals.
I think the
I always laugh at that.
A little thing that's happening at the moment is Liam's trying to get better at his footy chat.
yeah.
I think it's good.
He's doing
But
pretty well
literally,
at it, yeah.
that was me in Macca's, and I had a paper lying there, and I sort of read, I glanced at the front, and it said late charge from the Crows, not, late enough.
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Do you have any
What'd you
So,
get from
and it was
Macca's?
sort of coming back to me as Ben was saying, and
Yeah.
I'm like,
What was
I get, like, how's the other day when I was talking talk? I was just talking shops and the boys around the office.
Yeah,
They
we're
were
talking the
just-
Carlton game.
Yeah, it's talking Carlton game.
Yeah.
What were you? What
I
were you
watched a
doing?
minute of footy
Yeah.
this year.
That's pretty
I'm
good.
trying to do that with
And
Liverpool with you.
because
Yeah,
we were walking towards the toilet, and he was making small talk with somebody from the office who
Oh,
clearly
no.
knew what they were talking about with footy, and they were talking about the Carlton game, and Liam was chopping it up. And the guy was asking Liam questions. Liam was, chopping it back. And then we walked into the toilet, and I said to Liam, I was like, if he asks you one more question, your whole narrative was going to crumble. And Liam said that he was fully tapped out.
So you watched the game? Yeah, good from the double blues, buddy. Oh, yeah. Looking red.
Double
Hot,
blues.
hot, mate,
They're not the double
They're not
blues.
Sturt.
Oh yeah, just the blues.
Just the Blues.
Just the navy blues. The navy blues.
St.
Yeah,
Vegas.
buddy. Harry Mackay learned how to kick over the break. That's
a good one.
That's
Bloody
good.
nice and straight.
Where
yeah,
do
I
you
know.
get this from?
I just pick shit up.
Is
I'm
it like?
around
Has anyone seen the
people.
IT Grad episode where he goes to a website to learn how to talk about football,
Yes.
and he gets
Oh,
like there's a
goes to the
pronunciation
game.
guide?
Yeah.
Pronunciation guide.
yeah. Richard A.
What's
Hardy.
yeah. Can I say one thing that I did do on Saturday that I would like to divulge because I just told you in the office?
This will be the last thing, and then we wrap it up.
Actually, can I just one other sport thing? Just on another sport.
Mm-hmm.
No, you go first if you want.
Yep.
Is it your shirt thing?
mine's pretty bad actually. Mine doesn't. I don't
No,
want to end on
but I
mine.
think
Yeah,
your
yeah.
shirt thing's good content. Don't do that.
Oh,
No,
waste
no,
content?
don't waste that. No, keep that.
Oh, sorry.
I think that's like show content. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just quickly,
Alright,
did
well,
you
apologies for the
see?
edge.
We'll circle back to
Yeah.
that on air.
Sorry for
Did
girding you,
anyone
lads.
see the highlights of the bloody Melbourne Storm versus the Warriors on the weekend? Hell of an ending.
Yes, I seen
It was
that,
actually
that
very
try.
cool.
That
Yeah,
was
I mean,
cool.
it's not really my sport, but I saw that and I was like, that's so
the what?
sick.
The what?
This try in the very last seconds of the game,
try.
Storm versus Warriors. And
The
it's
Wires got up,
I
didn't
think so. No, Storm
Oh.
won. No, there's that little pole on the corner, so you can't touch.
That before you put the ball down.
Yes, yeah.
Because you're out if you touch it.
But he is just burning up the side. And this dude basically jumps over the pole.
It's wild.
He basically jumped off the field, kept the ball in over the pole, and put it down. Probably a second before he hit the post and won the game. That's
I'm not
I
super
don't
au
get
fait
it,
with
but okay.
league, but is the ball allowed to go out if you don't step out?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Like
I'm not a
Aussie
league
rules
guy,
where if the
so-
ball's over the line, but
You're if the ball is in play, but you're
you're
out,
probably
you
you're
can keep
out.
it in. I don't know. Yeah,
okay.
don't know. So.
There was
can we
there was one
answer that
wild
in the chat?
ruling at the players over the weekend in golf where the player hit a really long putt and it stopped on the edge of the hole,
Edged.
and then he was waiting because he was like, "Oh, that's going to go in surely."
Oh,
Didn't
but
go
he-
in.
he waited too long.
Walked over to go hit it. It fell in. But, Belle, the ruling was they counted it as a stroke because it took more than 10 seconds for the ball to fall in the hole.
Yeah.
What is it? Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It's bad
It's
for
a
him.
bad thing.
Yeah.
It's a bit rough,
There's a
isn't it?
time on the ball to get in
Yeah,
the hole.
after 10 seconds, if it doesn't go in the hole, it's deemed not
So
moving.
if you
Deemed
hit
dead,
it and it was
yeah.
far away from the hole, but it rolled all the way around,
Mm.
and it took over 10 seconds, it doesn't count.
No.
No.
It has to start moving before the 10 seconds is up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
let's
it
wrap
stopped
this up
and
so I
then
can show you these
started.
highlights.
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
I had a sporting update.
Did some of the lights just go out?
Sorry, Bill, there is no time. I was very clear on the time. No, go on. I want to hear it. What is it?
Better
I
be
just
good.
wanted to share that I made a great achievement on the weekend,
Mm-hmm.
and you are looking at the second fastest BFT member by 1 second.
Is that in the
First
country?
me.
Well,
On what?
second
The
fastest
on
female.
What, on what? The rower?
There's there's a fitness test that happens every like 3 months.
Yeah.
Is that
And yes, and
oh, shit.
Is that toxic masculinity that I think I could beat your time, even though I
toxic something?
this is why
Yeah.
I'm very confident that I can beat that.
I put it up on my Insta story, and my first thought was, I have a feeling the boys will go, I could do better.
Yeah.
What was your time?
But 21 minutes and 18 seconds.
How do you feel about that, Ben?
For
What did you-
how
what did
many
you-
Ks?
So you do
What did you do
1,000
there?
meters or a kilometer on the ski erg.
Easy.
How many
Then
is
you
that in
do
miles?
50 burpee broad jumps. So burpee, jump a meter, turn around, burpee, jump a meter, and each one is one. You do 50 of those. Then you do 120 squats, and then you do a K on the rower. Then you do 30
that
hand
20
release
minutes?
push-ups.
21
and then
minutes.
you do 100 4-kilo wall balls.
Yeah, I think I did that once in 15. I think.
So it's pretty easy for Ben.
That's actually very impressive.
That's
got
very
a text
impressive.
from
Yeah.
120 squats in the middle there.
Like air squats. So like one, like all the way down, but like one. Oh, so sore. But yeah, and then 100 wall balls, which is the.
Are you trying to wrap Bell up?
It's like the Oscars.
I was on a high yesterday, and I was sitting on a
That is
high
very
now.
impressive.
But then I walked in today, and I bumped into Ash Gardner. I went,
God.
"Oh, that's right. There's people in this world that are actually really fit." All right. Well, that's.
What song are you singing?
I'm singing the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, Yo Ho.
Yeah, yo ho.
The North Sea song,
Yeah.
affectionately known. Well, that could be the wrap-up song.
Hoist your colours high.
Heave
Such a great quote.
thieves
Is
and
that toxic
beggars.
masculinity that I think I could beat that? Yeah, probably.
Well, I know. I called it out. I was like, "Is that what that is?" Because I feel like I
Ben,
can beat
Is
that.
this
part of the
bad?
solution since 2024.
Absolutely.
It's also,
Ally.
it's also toxic masculinity that when you told your story, everyone started singing.
And
Well, no, I was very clear
before I even
that we had
started,
no
you said we're
time.
done.
Is it a sports update
I
too?
said we had no time, and then I allowed Jack to finish
No,
what he
that's
had.
where it
Thank you.
started,
And
though,
then
Ben.
Liam-
I said, "Can I share?" And you said, "No." That's actually where it started.
No, it started way before that when Jack said he had one thing, and I said I'll allow it.
Yeah, you
and then
allowed it.
And then Liam had one.
And I didn't even tell my thing. It was.
Yeah.
We got to keep it for
was
content.
vetoed.
Anyway, yo ho, all together,
Maybe we have to teach everyone the words.
hoist the.
What the hell?